Welcome to Tigers Untapped, a Bluff City media podcast. Stepping up to the microphone are your hosts, Trey Lasley and TJ Willis. Now, let's get to the show.
What it do? Episode 145. It's your boy T-Laz back on the ones and twos alongside my co-host Timothy. We're missing the producer Kenny. He's got some, what do you say, a volleyball tournament they're traveling to or something?
Yeah, he's got a volleyball tournament. That's right.
I don't know what's going on around these parts. One man leaves, comes back, another one's gone.
I'm doing it different today.
You got a Stein there?
Yeah, man, this is Zootoberfest from a couple of years ago. Maybe it's last year. I can't remember if it's last year or the year before. I don't recall. But I'm a big fan of the old red panda. They got two little red pandas on there, dude.
I don't think that was last year. This could be 2 years ago because I got last year's. I don't remember it being red panda.
Big red panda.
Does it not say the date back there?
It does not. No.
Shout out to the zoo, by the way. If you guys don't go, the Zootoberfest is great. You get one of those Steins. By the way, I didn't pay attention to what we were drinking. I just grabbed what you said, and you pouring that out was shockingly dark. Did not realize that's what we were having this evening. So,
Quiet Man
Nitro.
Quiet Man Nitro. Yeah. This is Wiseacre, a dry Irish style stout. It quite literally says, "Have your glass handy."
Wow. Okay.
Please pour promptly. So I felt obligated.
I didn't know I need to go
do it, but
I did not. I'm not joking. I did not even look at the can, so I had no idea.
I mean, look at that.
I need to go run and get a glass.
I mean, I don't think anyone would hate you for it. I mean, it tells you to do it. It's almost respectful. Anytime it's nitro, I think you have to abide by the rules, you know?
All right, we're pausing. I'm going to get a glass. All right, we're back. For TJ, that felt like an eternity because I was trying to find my Zubu Stein. I couldn't find it. The only one I could find is this one. It does have my name in there engraved.
Oh, I see that.
Fairly certain it had asbestos caked on the bottom of it, so I had to give it a quick raw wash. But we're good. We're in there. We're ready to rock.
In real life, that was like probably about 6 minutes of me just sitting here.
Yeah, it was long.
Looking
it was
at
a
myself.
long time. I apologize, but I'm not kidding. I had to chisel the growth of dust that was on the bottom of it. I mean, this now it seems like there's pulp in here. Like this is a real dark orange juice. So
it's not. Mine does not.
Yeah, I might be getting sick after that.
Mine doesn't have that. So
we're good.
Don't hold that against the beer in the review.
TJ, it's good to be back with you, brother. Missed you guys last week. We broke the curse, though. Not going to go full recap on FAU. You guys already did that. But we broke the curse. The family and I, we were down in Orlando. The last times I've done that, things have not gone well. And we obliterated them. Didn't look good for 3 quarters, but we figured it out. Got out there with a dub.
Yeah, 30 burger in the fourth quarter. You kidding me?
Curse is broken. I'll give you this, too. Entire week that we were there, every day I would wear some kind of themed shirt, like I wore a Hakuna Matata to Animal Kingdom, etc. Except for the last day. Last day I threw on a University of Memphis shirt all week long. Only time I ever got any comment on anything that I wore was the day I wore the University of Memphis shirt. Multiple comments.
Nice.
Got some from a pair of LSU fans asking me about it. Said they were just big college football fans, so they're asking me about Memphis. Another guy in line for Haunted Mansion was from Jackson, Tennessee. He said, "Man, I'm just so used to, I don't even know when they went to University of Memphis. It's always Memphis State to me." And I was like, "Hey, I love the Memphis State gear. I'm all about it. It's great. It's great to go down there. You wear Memphis gear out nationally, and people talk to you because of it."
Of course.
So
I will say the Hakuna Matata, the Toy Story shirts, things like that, they just kind of blend in with everybody else.
Do.
So
they sure
the Tiger
do.
shirt does stand out a bit.
I saw multiple other people with the same Hakuna Matata, the same Toy Story shirt that I had. So not surprised there wasn't much recognition there, but was pleasantly surprised by the activity that my University of Memphis shirt got. So
yeah, you're like the non-Big Brother version of Frank. You know what I mean?
I wish I could be on that though. I'm gonna continue to apply to get on that show. Moving forward, the 6-0 Big Tiger football, another ass whipping. We're doing what we need to do. Not only are we 6-0 in the record book, TJ, we're 6-0 in the bookie books.
Ooh,
6-0
that is kind of wild because that's
against
been
the
something
spread.
against Ryan for a long time.
I was about to say, I don't know, Timothy, that in an entire season under Ryan that we've had 6 victories. We've covered 6 times in a full season. And here we are, the first 6 games of the year. They keep creasing that line. They keep increasing it ever so slightly. I will say, hand up, the minus 20.5 spooked me. Felt like a lot of points.
Sure.
Was not even nearly enough points. 45-7 on Saturday inside the sim. Felt good to be back in a primetime slot. A 7 p.m. kick. What?
No, I'm sorry. I was reading something.
No. Good to be out under the lights. It was a great evening for college football. It felt like I thought the crowd was great. I think they announced like 27,000 maybe, but it felt like more, honestly. It was a loud 27,000. 27,303 is the official announced attendance,
Wow.
but it felt like more. But just an absolute ass whipping from the Tigers. 45-7. Brendan Lewis, 20 of 30, 3 touchdowns, 266 through the air. My guy finally,
I knew you were going to point this out.
Finally decided he was going to eclipse 200. He's been, I'm not counting 204 or whatever it's been, but my dude has been right at 200 every game up until this week. So happy for that. Rushing wasn't quite, we didn't get a 100-yard rusher, which is a little bit surprising as we've been kind of knocking that down and surpassing 200 yards every single game. We only got 191 on the ground, and that's because we took 3 kneels at the end. I think we were right at 200, so I'm going to give them the 200 marker. But 14 rushes, 67 yards, and a tud from Brendan Lewis. 14 rushes, 53 yards from DeWosier. 10 rushes, 34 yards from Sutton. And then our boy Arrington got in late and had 2 rushes for 28 yards.
Yep.
He's faster than I realized Arrington is.
He definitely takes off very quickly. I think he has more like a faster acceleration.
His acceleration, college football 26, if you're listening, his acceleration needs to be bumped up.
Well, that's a whole other conversation. We were just talking about this before, that the offense is rated in a 76.
Yeah, I don't know.
Make it make sense.
On the Twitterverse, they update their rankings in the game. I don't know how they do it. It's not based off the AP poll. They like give their own rankings. But in the college football video game by EA, we are ranked 19th in the country for them. And I think that they weekly update your team's overall ratings in the game, but they have our offense at 76, which doesn't feel quite right.
No.
Our defense is an 80, which I'm fine with. That seems fair. But I feel like the offense should be up there closer to 80.
Well, I mean, you're 4th in the nation in rushing yards, right? The only teams ahead of you are Navy, Florida State, Mizzou, right? You have more rushing yards than Army. Granted, you played one more game, so maybe a little bit of an asterisk there. In terms of passing, you are 61st in the nation, which makes sense, right? We've been talking about how we haven't passed for over 200 yards, really. So that's probably the breaker on it. But at the end of the day, you're still top 30 in yards per game in offense.
Yeah. And we're running fewer plays this season. I want to say I saw we run 68 plays the other day or something.
Maybe.
Passing, we also haven't really needed to throw it all that much, right? We're getting these leads. We're able to run the ball very successfully. So,
yeah. Well, this says 78.
Oh, really?
Assuming that Brendan Lewis, he attempted 30 passes, you have 48 rushes.
Maybe I saw that we were averaging 68 plays. Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, I mean, that still seems like it's down, honestly. It seems like it's moving a little higher than that.
So. Yeah, I think it is. So anyway, speaking of, we didn't even mention it. We talked about the passing game, talked about I'm 266, but One, an incredible catch early from Jamari Hawkins. I thought it was intercepted. It was on the far side of the field. I couldn't tell. It looked similar to that the deep shot we took in the Arkansas game, where the safety just kind of yanked it away from Marcelo. But somehow Hawkins adjusted. I still haven't seen a great angle of it. I don't know how he did it. I don't know how he came down with it. It went straight through two defensive backs' arms and into his right in his breadbasket. But what a freaking sling from Brendan. And then the second, I don't know how to describe it other than it's the best catch I've ever seen in person live. And I'm not sure that
too many words there. Yeah, it's just the best catch I've ever seen.
I'm not sure that I will ever see a better catch. Cortez on a play we've talked about ad nauseum that I absolutely cannot stand. Glad that Greg Duosier at least got out of his stance and made a block on the guy that came around the end. The entire offensive line didn't move. But Cortez, Braham, I mean, just with his finger, it's not like a one-headed catch where he like cupped it and corralled it into his body, or like sometimes guys make one-handed catch, they kind of tip it to themselves or they curl it into themselves. I mean, straight looked like the dude had Velcro and it was a Velcro football stuck, and it wasn't even his most extended hand. He was reaching across his body and up, and it just stuck right in his fingers. Unbelievable catch.
It reminds me, there's an old NFL commercial they were like all fake, right? But there's like a jug machine, and a guy's like, I don't know, 5-10 yards away, and he's just like, I think it was T.O. maybe that was doing it, just catching it one-handed, unassisted, and out in front of him like that.
That same commercial
may not have been T.O. I can't remember.
Doesn't he like punch through like drywall and catch it out of the game? You know what I'm talking about? They shoot it and he punches through the wall and catches. Yeah. Who was?
Maybe it wasn't T.O. I can't remember who it was.
I don't think it was T.O.
That's what it felt like though, because it was just like the ability to snag the ball out of the air like that was insane. We went back and forth comparing it to that Anthony Miller catch.
Chris Cooley. Here it is.
Chris Cooley, the former tight end from the Redskins.
Yeah. Watch this. NFL.com fantasy files. That's what it was. It was a
fantasy files. That's correct.
I'm about to pull it up.
Fantasy files. Yes.
I don't know if this is legal. Kenny will have to do whatever he needs to do.
Yeah, that's what it reminds me of. As much as I remember that, I don't know if that's actually how that works.
Here it is. This is what we're talking about for those of you watching at home. Oh, is it not going to? There it goes.
In this line of work, you need strength as well as instincts. Put it right here.
Oh, I thought it was a gun. Maybe they were are we talking about different ones? There's probably a different one.
I don't even know anymore.
Ready? Go.
Yeah.
That's how it's
That's
stuck.
why you picked me.
There's something like that, right?
There's a conspiracy theory out there. I don't know if you've seen this about magnets in NFL footballs and receivers' gloves. Have you heard about this?
No.
Okay. Well, it's out there, and I'm starting to believe it based on that Cortez catch on Saturday.
I've watched how it's made on football, so I know there's no magnets in there.
Well, I'm just saying, if there was ever a play that points to magnets being in the football and in the glove, it's the catch that Cortez Braham had.
I think sorcery is the only way to explain the catches that occurred. Because I'm with you.
On the field.
Yeah, the catch from Jamari early on in the game. Still not sure how that was caught. It almost seemed like he just turned and the ball just happened to perfectly fall into his lap. Like there's no way he had visibility on that ball, right?
I don't know.
It's still mind-boggling. They showed it on TV. They gave a pretty good view of it. If you were at the game, you missed it, of course. But yeah, that other grab, honestly, borderline unconstitutional.
I legitimately, I don't know that we'll ever see a better catch. It was
at least not this year. Did it make ESPN top 10? I never even saw it.
It did. It was.
If it's not number one, I need to know.
It wasn't. I know. I need to go look at the full list. I think it was number 3.
Disrespectful.
So I'm like, what the heck is 1 and 2?
Yeah, maybe look that up now.
I'm also like, maybe it's the angle of it, The video to me doesn't even do it justice to what it looked like live in the stadium. I don't know. It still is remarkable, but the video is not even as good as what it looked like in the
I
flesh.
just try to pull it up on ESPN Ocho, and it just isn't working. The video is just not outright working. The Ocho.
Really solid game all around. 457 total yards. You did have the 2 picks, which were, I mean, Brennan's that's got to be better. I mean, you're not going to be able to do that, make those kinds of throws against probably South Florida in 2 weeks and get away with it like you did. Sure. So we got to take care of the ball. And those were both. I mean, one of them was just essentially an arm punt. I don't know what he was doing, just throwing it up in the middle of Tulsa defenders. The first one was whatever. He just kind of looked down that out route too long and allowed the DB to break on it. It was really that second pass that I was like, what the hell was that?
Yeah, so, I think if you wanted to find anything to kind of just point out, yes, the interceptions, nitpicking, but there were 4 or 5 penalties on the Tigers. Usually they're pretty, like I would say, disciplined team for the most part. Like we don't get a ton of penalties, but I think there are 4 or 5 penalties in that game. You can clean that up, but honestly, pretty surprised, all things considered, on how things went. I think the defense looked great. I was a little concerned with Whitlow went out. Like maybe does that change things what you do defensively? I was shocked Tulsa did not go to the other quarterback that they have on their roster. Literally let anyone else throw the ball.
Yeah, that guy was.
But they wrote it out with that guy, and I don't know why, but they did it. So
I guess he's their guy.
I guess.
Yeah, the defense looked good again. You lost Cooper early, right? He had I think it was just kind of a Charlie horse thing. Looked like a thigh. Maybe he took a helmet or something to the thigh. I feel like that was more precautionary, keeping him out the rest of the game. And then obviously,
did you really need him?
Yeah, and then Whitlow with the targeting. To me, whatever. I don't know the targeting rule. 1 week, like the one that happened last week in Oregon Penn State was so clearly targeting to me, and then it wasn't called targeting, even though they reviewed it. And then ours with Whitlow did not look like targeting to me, and it was called targeting. So,
well, I think it just depends, right? It's so conditional on who is getting hit. I think if you're the ball carrier, you're less likely to get it. But if you're the quarterback, pretty much any blow to the head is going to get called targeting, right? That seems to be the one consistency.
I guess. I don't know how to fix it, but I don't like the targeting rule.
Got to keep your head up, you know what I mean?
At least it happened in the first half, though, so we're not missing Whitlow for the first half of the UAB game. Not that we'll need him because UAB is so disgustingly awful, but we'll talk about that next. So, anyway, job well done by the defense. You got 4 takeaways yourself, so it kind of made up for the 2. You had, 3 interceptions, a fumble recovery. Who all got a pick? I know
Isaiah. What is his name? The DB.
Yeah.
Isaiah? No. Why am I'm going blank on his name?
Israel. Samson Israel.
Israel. Thank you.
He had one. Kamari Wilson had one. And who had the third one?
Bracey.
Yeah.
Bracey had like the diving interception.
Yeah. The diving one across the middle. Bracey he's turned out to be a hell of a defensive player for us.
Well, especially as a guy who lost his starting job
like week 2.
Yeah. They're like, oh, this guy's good. Oh, he sucks. And then he's actually been great. So
yeah. I mean, he had Bracey himself 5 tackle. I think he was or was it Kamari? Somebody was defensive player of the week for the American. I think it might have been Kamari. And then Brendan Lewis was I think honorable mention all conference this week. Yeah, Kamari had 8 tackles, 5 solo, a TFL, and a pick. Your defensive player of the week. Yeah, Chris Bracey has been phenomenal, especially he's a sophomore, dude. We need to hold on to him. I feel like I feel like we've started the last 3 games defensively, and it's him making a tackle behind the line of scrimmage to start the game off. Like dating all the way back to the Arkansas game.
How many Silverfield podcasts you've been listening to lately? You just drop phenomenal in the middle of a conversation like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, big phenomenal guy. Anytime he is trying to describe somebody, he'll pause for a second and just hit him with the phenomenal every time. Never fails. So anytime someone says phenomenal, that's what I think.
Wow.
What do you think of the defense this year, by the way? I meant to ask this earlier.
Much improved. Much improved.
10 sacks on the season already, and we finished last season with 25. So you're about on pace to get that again.
For that.
I was expecting a couple more sacks, but I guess we'll see how it all pans out.
But I mean, they defensively, we're giving up like 16 points a game. I think that's good for around 20th in the country. Doing really well against the run. I mean, through the air, I think we're giving up we're like in the 60 range for passing defense, but I'm not terribly worried about that. Teams are having to throw against us a ton because they're down by a shit ton. So, not really worried. I think the defense is much improved from what we've gotten accustomed to. I don't know. They play aggressively. They play fast. Get a lot of hats to the football. Very efficient on third down. I feel like we're putting ourselves in much better positions than previously. We're getting teams behind the chains early, and then are leaving them in third and longs. I think the success rate of opposing offenses, I want to say Gabe said this earlier, but it's like 35% on third down conversion rate offenses against our defenses, which is very, very good. And then, I mean, shoot, you're talking about, we gave up 7 this past week. Gave up 26 FAU, 7 to Troy, 16 to Georgia State, 10 to Chat. How many times have we shut out a team in the second half? Georgia State, Troy, essentially Arkansas is a shutout. I think FAU scored maybe once in the second half, and then you shut Tulsa out in the second half.
Yeah, in terms of opponent third down conversions, you're sitting at 21st in the nation.
That's
at 31% essentially, right? And you're pancake between teams like BYU, Oregon, LSU. You do have some random ones in there, like UConn, Ohio, Toledo, Louisville, things like that. But it's a low number, 31%, right?
I mean, yeah, and sure, some of it is obviously who we've played. The schedule is going to get a little more tough after UAB, so we'll see if some of those numbers hold true. But I mean, we've seen against similar teams to this in seasons past, these games have been shootouts. Offense have been able to do what they kind of want. I mean, shit, we had a guy that had never played a snap of college football in his entire life run for 245 yards against us last year at Charlotte. So
that guy's going pro. Okay.
Yeah, in something other than sports.
Got a career at Enterprise Rental Car.
Hey,
what you just said?
Yeah. 98%.
I will say this doesn't sound good, but if you look at opponent red zone conversions through all the games this season, Memphis is 16th in the nation. What is their scoring percentage allowed? This is on 14 attempts.
That we allow somebody to score in the red zone?
Yeah. Score, right? Not just touchdown, scoring.
Yeah. Score, period. Well, it's at least 2 times they haven't, because the Arkansas fumble and Tulsa miss a field goal inside the red zone this past week. Out of 14 total, and we're 21st, as in good. I'm going to say like
16th.
I'm going to say that's like 8 out of 14 times a team has scored. That seems ridiculous, though.
I will say I'm impressed that you're able to recall that 3 teams, or there were 3 attempts of non-scoring. It was actually we're 10 of 14.
Ooh.
Which puts it at 71.43% of allowing the scoring. But you were 16th in the nation at 71%. That is insane.
That is pretty good, though. I mean, think about how, like, you get in the red zone, you're scoring. I mean, shit, what are we offensively? We're like 22 of 22. I don't think we've not scored in the red zone.
I can tell you real quickly, actually. Red zone
What
conversions. Memphis, number
side are you
1
on?
in the nation.
Yeah, see?
Alongside Oregon, Cincinnati, Oklahoma, Eastern Michigan, San Diego State, Wazoo, Auburn, UCLA. Memphis, however, 25 of 25, leading the clubhouse. Oregon, 23 of 23. I will say Memphis has an 88% touchdown percentage in the red zone.
See,
with
and
only
that's
coming in with 3 field goals.
that's a
hella
different.
impressive.
That's also a difference from previous seasons' offenses. Think about how many times we would get down in scoring position, we'd have to kick a field goal. What?
The only team higher than Memphis in terms of the number of times they attempted, the number of attempts in the red zone and them scoring a touchdown. So looking at the touchdown percentage, Arkansas, which makes sense. That running back's a boss, but yeah, they're at 89.47. So not much higher, but
out of how many total attempts in the red zone?
19 attempts. They've never attempted a field goal in the red zone.
Really? So they're 18 of 19?
They're 17 of 19.
Oh, 17 of 19. Yeah, I forget. Was that Ole Miss fumble in the red zone? Or right outside of it? I don't know.
Impressive, though. That's just something to throw out there. Just looking at that red zone. I know it's like it is kind of who you play, but 25 of 25. And you flip that list. Our friends over in Charlotte, just letting up touchdowns left and right. They're on the opposite end of the spectrum there.
Oh,
complete
Charlotte.
Opposite end.
Poor Charlotte.
I think Charlotte actually is the worst in the nation on allowing touchdowns in the red zone. I think 19 attempts and they've allowed 19 different touchdowns.
That checks out.
You know how impressive that is?
That checks out. Impressive is one way to describe that.
Well, it just mean like, how are you so bad? Well, I say that, but Indiana, surprisingly, has also allowed 100% of red zone attempts for touchdowns.
Yeah, but it's probably like 4.
It's 3, yes. Indiana, Utah, Oregon are all 100%, but they're also single digits.
Yeah,
meanwhile,
it feels
Rice
weird
has
that
allowed
Indiana's
12
so
of
good.
12. Yeah, it does feel a little weird. I'm assuming everybody's just scoring from 21 yards out on them, if anything. Wow, look at that. Go Tigers. 19 of 19 for you, Charlotte. That's impressive.
Shout out. Big Memphis football, baby. We're the first 6-0 team in the country, first bowl eligible team. We have the nation's longest win streak at 10 games. We 12 straight bowl appearances solidified. We are the current favorite all over the national media for the playoff spot in the G5. Wow. We're just a different program. We've come a long way from that Tuesday night East Carolina 4100 club to where we are today. A long way. I
will say
real
this.
Quick.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go. No, you go. We'll jump into it after this.
No, I wanted to give the roses to our boy Larry Porter. Like, this is for you, Larry. We appreciate your efforts and letting us know how miserable we could be.
Hey, we wouldn't be where we are today without Larry Porter.
You were a big step on the ladder of realizing how miserable life could be.
I don't know exactly the exact statistics. We have to go back and look at it, but Ryan's mentioned it a couple times based on the 12 straight years of winning seasons. But before he got here, we'd won 12 total games in like 5 years.
And now we had one like in 2015 or whatever.
Yeah. Like before that time frame. 12 games in 5 years.
No, that can't be right, actually. When did he get here?
Like,
we had a 10-win season right before he got here.
He's saying, I think he was.
That math ain't math, my man.
I'm not saying the exact 5 years. He just said there was a 5-year period where we'd won 12 games.
Oh, well, that's a hella weird statement to make then. Okay, never mind.
Okay, just whatever. We've come a long way. We've come a long way. We've had some updates, some shifting. That ass whipping that we gave to Tulsa has really moved the books over at FanDuel. I know you guys looked at this last week. Quite a bit of movement. First off, we'll look at the American title race. Memphis is now your leader in the clubhouse, plus 240 to win the league, followed quickly by South Florida, plus 380, Tulane, plus 390, and North Texas is plus 400. Pretty clear advantage in Memphis's favor as we move into the midway point of the season. A big one this week, though, with South Florida visiting North Texas. So that's going to really shake some things up for those two teams. One of them's got to come up with a loss, and we'll see some more movement there. Looking at college football playoff odds, some pretty big shifting here as well. Memphis, I think, was fourth last week in this, or third. Now your favorite in the clubhouse at plus 280, followed by South Florida plus 410, Tulane 440, right behind them, North Texas at 470. So Memphis pulling a little away with the betting odds as being the favorite to not only win the American, but to make the college football playoff. I've obviously there's not been a college football ranking that has come out yet, so we don't know exactly where Memphis would fall, but ESPN has an all-state college football predictor. Basically what it does is you can go in based on their FPI, they give a percentage chance for teams to currently make the playoff today. We have the 11th best percent chance, according to ESPN, to make the playoff today.
Wow.
39%, I think it was. Maybe it's 36. But essentially what you can do is you go in there, it gives you select the team that you want to use for this simulation. It gives you their 3 toughest remaining games. You pick the winner of those games. You then determine whether or not they are the conference champion, and then you run the simulation, and it spits out a bracket for you. I've done it a couple different times. The most recent one that I did today, Timothy, this will get you real excited. I had us, so the 3 toughest games it has based on their FPI predictions are obviously South Florida, Tulane, and then at East Carolina. So I put it in that we won all 3 and we're the conference champion. I said, I want to see what's the best case scenario. What can we be? Obviously, this could be, there's a million different combinations and ways that this could go based on who loses what down the stretch. But based on that one simulation scenario, we were the 5th seed, which means we host. We would be hosting a 12 seed.
That'd be wild.
The 12 seed in that scenario, Timothy?
It's at Notre Dame.
It was Notre Dame Fighting Irish coming to Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium in December. Not only did the playoff predictor have us winning that game at home against Notre Dame, they had us playing Miami, the 4 seed, in the next round. Timothy, do you know who they had winning that game again versus Memphis and Miami? They had Memphis moving on to the National College Football Playoff semifinals, and then losing, I think it was to Ohio State. I can't remember who it was, but
like, I don't want to burst your bubble. I just feel like maybe we try a different
hey,
maybe
I'm just
a
saying,
different tool here.
I ran it and it worked out that way.
Yeah. Look, I'm with you.
So this feels like a team of destiny. First time since 2015 that we started a season 6-0. That feels wild. We weren't even 6-0 in 2019, all because Joey caught it, but he didn't catch it, but he did.
I didn't catch it. Yeah. They lied to us. He caught it. Let me ask you this. If Memphis does go undefeated, and let's assume they win the conference championship, in the AP top 25, what is the highest ranking you think they will receive? Someone asked this in the YouTube comments last week, and I have a feeling on it. Again,
the highest
CFP ranking.
Just the highest AP ranking?
Yeah, not the CFP, because CFP does things a little bit different.
If you win out and you win the conference championship, I could see you get to like 10.
I said 12. I just didn't think they were going to give them a top 10.
I could see it, but it would also, in my scenario, South Florida is 7-1 when they 6-1 when they come here and rank. So you have a win over them.
Yeah.
Tulane is whatever they are, 8-1 when they come here and they're ranked. So you have another ranked win. And then theoretically you beat maybe an undefeated North Texas team, but that wouldn't work because that would mean South Florida would have lost. So maybe a 1-loss North Texas team in the American Conference, and somehow they're like 25th. Best case scenario, I could see like a 10 maybe.
But 10, like that's essentially the
Oh, I don't
ceiling,
think
right?
you're getting. I don't think it'll be.
You're not
I don't
getting
think you
single
get
digits.
No, I don't think you get a
Yeah.
single digit.
I neither. Someone had asked, and I'm like, it's like 12
I also,
to me. Like
I
I'm trying
also,
to think back to those Cincinnati teams and UCF teams
yeah,
of yesteryear that even had incredible wins on their schedule.
yeah. I mean, I think that Cincy team that got the Notre Dame win, I think their highest ranking in the AP was like 4 or 5, maybe.
Well, that's where they ended up in the CFP. I thought I didn't think they got
Yeah,
that
they
high.
did. No, they did. Yeah, they did.
Did they? Okay.
Yeah, because they played Bama.
Yep.
I also don't think that we would get to a 5 seed. I think undefeated, best case scenario is you get. I don't even think we would likely get to a scenario where we could host a game, but all things best case scenario, you beat 3 ranked teams and you're 12-0 and undefeated, 13-0. Conference champion, you could get like the 8 seed and host a 9 seed. Is where I'm like.
What was Boise last year? I know they weren't undefeated, but like, what did they?
So they ended up 4, but they've changed it now. You know, last year it was the 4 highest ranked conference champions get the 4 buys, but because of how the ACC turned out and Clemson as a 2 or 3 loss team won the ACC, Boise State ended up being the 4th highest ranked conference champion, so they got the 4 seed in the bye. But now they've changed it, and it's just the 4 top ranked teams get the 4 buys.
Yeah.
So
I was trying to think of what Boise got last year.
Yeah, they were 4th. I don't know what their AP ranking was at that point, but they got the 4 seed because of how things worked out.
They also had a loss too, a good loss. Good loss.
Yeah, I mean they had that Oregon loss.
The
So
loss at Oregon loss. Yeah.
All right, I'm about to do this playoff predictor live. We're going to do this once, and we're taking a break. We'll come back. We'll talk a little bit of.
You've got a sickness.
I've seen a lot of other predictions right now. Havis is the 12 seed playing. This would break the world. Playing at the 5 seed Ole Miss Rebels.
Oh, that would
what would the build up to that be like? That would be incredible. All right, let me share this. Here we go. So this is how they have it laid out. See, we're like the 11th best percentage chance. We got 39. So I'm taking Memphis. It's going to give us our 4 toughest games. 2 of them, we have over a 70% chance to win. Let's say we win both home games. Shoot, let's say this is a team of destiny. We're winning all 3. We're beating East Carolina too. Yes, we're conference champions. Here we go. 99% chance to make the playoff. First round bye 5%. Host 51%. Where do they got us? 5 seed hosting Notre Dame. I think there it is. They love that Notre Dame scenario.
Yeah, I think they're just going to give you the same thing every time. Seems pretty cookie cutter.
No, it's not the same every time. Watch, we'll replay it. Because one time I think it had us with like Georgia or something. I'm going to do it. We lose. Let's say we drop the East Carolina game. We're still conference champion.
Yeah, neither one of us are very happy about the ECU game.
That's still an 80% chance to make the playoff. 12 seed at 5 Georgia. Don't love that based on Ryan's comments earlier in the season.
Heck no.
Also, they give us a 20% chance to come out victorious in that one. All right, I'm doing it one more time to see if it does the same Notre Dame thing. Oh, yeah, but this time we're at 7-10. See, there it is. This is the one I saw, maybe. Beat Notre Dame, beat Miami, 2 seed. Get on to Alabama. Are you serious? That's got us and Old Dominion in there. How wild would that be? No way that one ever happens. And
No.
USC, what is this? Look at those odds. You agree with that? Notre Dame with only a 67% chance to win.
I don't know. It's tough, right? You have a common opponent, and
Maybe
you go off common. No, Arkansas.
Oh, I forgot they played Arkansas. Well, it'll be Navy will be one too.
Yeah, they smacked Arkansas around pretty.
Yeah, you're right. I forgot about that.
And at Arkansas, but it just depends, dude. That it's a tale of two teams.
Arkansas had quit though. We'd kind of broken them. All right, we'll take a quick break. When we come back, we had some basketball availability today. We'll talk about, and Memphis Madness is moving to Beale Street. We'll be right back.
And was there anybody that encapsulated the good vibes from this open practice than Cedric Coward Danson?
Yeah.
Seeing him, take something so silly, so seriously. As an actor, you can get nerves doing that. Like, it's easy to not go up there and just be like, I know how to dance. But he goes up there and just looks like he's having a blast doing moves that I can't do.
Like, I want that kid to be so good, so bad.
Yes.
Like, so bad, I want him to be good. I just... He's got all the right stuff, right? Like, from a PR perspective, from a positivity perspective, just from like everything you've seen about this kid, everything he says. Like, I just want him to be good so bad.
It almost feels like you're rooting for your own kid. You're like, oh man, I really want him to be good. And it's just because he's saying and doing all the right stuff. He is handling himself with a certain level of professionalism that I was not anticipating for someone so young, with just little experience, and it's just been really refreshing.
Tune into The Daily Grind with your host, Luke Hatmaker, every Monday through Friday at 7:30 a.m. live on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel. In the heart of the Highland Strip for 27 years, Trilogy Tattoo has helped tell stories for Memphians for generations. Located at 530 South Highland, Richie and his team are waiting to help you tell yours.
From tattoos to piercings, your body art should be as unique as you are. Voted a Memphis Flyer top 3 tattoo shop in the city of Memphis since day one. Your story will be safe here at Trilogy Tattoo.
Open 7 days a week, Monday through Saturday, 11 to 11, and 3 to 11 on Sundays. They have convenient times waiting on you. Let Trilogy Tattoo help you tell your story.
I mean, just look at the guy. And, oh, God. John Morant suffered a sprained left ankle, is considered week to week. Per to Michael Cole.
Nuh-uh.
Per to Michael Cole.
You're lying.
Nope. Or DeMichael Cole's lying. I just read it.
Oh, my. Here we are talking about nice things, and DeMichael. Oh, man, that's frustrating. Live reaction? Like, that sucks. That's a gut punch that we cannot get or stay healthy. You know, Drew, I'm still going to choose to be optimistic. There's too much negativity in our fan base anyway. This sucks. Like, I'm not going to dance around it. I'm not dancing around the fact that this sucks. And if it's going to happen, let's get it out of the way now in the preseason, and let's get healthy for the regular season.
You're a real evil man for wanting to turn the page while I'm still. You're not thinking for your co-man here, because I just really want to revel in this for a minute, and you're being Mr. High Road, making me be miserable by myself. That's not friendship.
Tune into the 2 Buck Sports Show with Rusty Witten and Drew Gann, Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
Man, it does suck about the Grizzlies, though.
Yeah, it's just one thing after another, man. It never changes. Healthy. Let me ask you this. I was thinking of creative names. If we did somehow come down to Ole Miss versus Memphis in the playoff, Like, what is a creative name for that? Like, what would you
for that game?
Yeah, like I was trying to think of like how you could say something about like I-78, or I guess that's maybe unique to me. I don't know how you get there, but I guess people take 55. But how could you make that a creative name? I don't know if you can. Whatever, it's not that important. It's just what my brain's thinking about right now.
I don't know.
I'm down. I thought you were gonna be able to get that.
The only thing I can ever think about is that T-shirt when I was a freshman, and Houston Nutt was the coach there, and it was a Bust a Nut T-shirt that the Tiger Bookstore sold.
I
Make
mean,
the Bust a Nut game.
They've had some pretty good T-shirts. They had the cancer shirt that said "Sack Cancer," which I don't think they thought that one through.
At first, I was like,
the
"That's
thought
good,
behind
yeah." Like sack, and then I realized we're
like football related sack
Yeah.
cancer, yeah. But then it's like now you're just talking about testicular cancer. It was good. I'd wear the shirt today.
I thought you were asking that question because you had one ready to throw at me.
No, I don't.
You were
The
literally
first thing that
thinking.
came up to mind was the Delta Dust Up, but that's not even that great because we're not really Delta related. That's more of a them thing. But I don't know. We'll have Kenny workshop it just in case.
Yeah.
Give him some homework on his road
Love
trip
City
to
Brawl.
Let's see, that's to us, right?
It needs to favor us.
For the 5 seed, yeah, I would agree.
Wouldn't that be fun? If we were the 5 seed and almost was the 12. That's a possibility. That could happen. All right, we're on a bye week. Enjoy the bye week. We're 6-0. We got a little bit of basketball. It's almost here. We played basketball this month. TJ.
Isn't that weird?
It is. That seems real weird. We had availability today. Coach Hardaway spoke with the media. I think Doug and Aaron Bradshaw spoke with the media. I don't know if it was Aaron or Doug. One of them was asked about the team's identity, and they said, "Oh, we got an identity. I'm not going to reveal too much about it. You guys will see." What do you think the identity of this Tiger basketball team is going to be? They say they have a clear identity, and we'll see what it is. There was a big focus on an underdog mentality from this group today, and Penny was really, really highlighting the team chemistry and togetherness of this group. So they've gone out and done things on their own as a team more than any other team he's ever had, which is always a good sign. We've talked about that before.
Well, yeah.
That if a team likes each other, they tend to be a better overall team on the court or field.
I don't know. It feels so tough to predict these teams these days, right? Because early on in Penny's career, it was, just be a hellacious defending team, right?
Yeah.
Get transition buckets, play fast. And then it kind of slowly has migrated over the years. Like last year was, play defense. Yes, still don't ignore defense, but it was get buckets. It seemed like it is focused solely to offense, get buckets, right? That was an offensive team that's fit well, but
so I
it's
think,
a long team outside.
I
of
asked
Doug.
I asked loyal fan of the show, our buddy Jonathan, what he thought, and I agree with his take. It's clear that Coach Hardaway thinks that this is a deep roster, and you talk about early on his identity being defense. I think this is going to be a team that really gets after defensively, full pressure, 40 minutes a night, trying to create transition buckets. I think that's you have the length there. I feel like you've got the athleticism, some of the speed. They're really going to just be a heavy defensive pressure, get out and transition type of team.
Defensive makes sense just based on on the roster and how.
I think them alluding to that underdog mentality is a part of that too, right? Like underdogs just play harder, and I feel like that's what they're coming out with. We'll see though. I mean, we got Arkansas coming up. Is it Arkansas that's first or Auburn? I think it's Arkansas.
No, it has to be Calipari because they're doing the whatchamacallit thingy, the money for the game for St. Jude.
Yeah. Okay.
Or whatever
Yeah, it's
called.
Arkansas on Monday, the 27th, and then Auburn that Thursday, the 30th.
Yeah, freaking not even Auburn. It's a pearlless Auburn. Not even actually. I can't say that.
Not pearless.
Yeah, I can't say that. Yeah,
It is. It's just
a
the
Bruceless.
It's the smaller pearl.
Dang.
Whatever. I don't know. The other thing that was mentioned today, Penny said that we as fans needed to embrace the NIL era, the year-over-year roster turnover, and he talked about getting the fandom back in the form. How do we get the fans back engaged like before? I think we both know the answer to this, but
Oh, I mean, yeah, I think we do too. I think it's lower the price of the chicken tender combo. $17 is outrageous. Are you joking? You know how little I want to take Julian to a basketball game because I know we're going to be spending $17 on chicken tenders for him.
You should just
he's going to make me buy popcorn. Like, I'm going to drop so many doll hairs.
That's true. I do think the season ticket pricing that they threw out there this year helps. I mean, the simple answer is just win. You know?
Yeah.
And have an exciting team. And they'll come back. But it is difficult in this conference. I mean, it's going to be, I don't care who you are. You're going to have trouble getting more than a couple thousand people out there on a Thursday night to watch us play Rice. That's just what it is.
I don't know. I think if they got into the way of how it was back when Cal was here and you're just shit stomping dudes, I think that would bring people back, but we just don't get into those types of games often, it seems. Like, not, you know what I'm seeing? Like, a lot of the times you're going toe to toe with USF and not even like a good USF.
Well, they'll be good this year.
Or Rice. Yeah. Well, you know, I'm just giving an example.
Yeah.
Or
no,
Rice,
I think if you're out there and if we came out and we were like 15-0, we'd have plenty of people in the building, regardless of who it was. But we'll see.
How do you think Cal's going to be received? I know it's the Hoops for St. Jude tip off. It's probably not going to have the same amount of people as a normal game would, but
it's hard. We're at a point where, like, I think he deserves an ovation, to be honest. I'll stand up and clap for him, but I know that there's going to be plenty of people in there that probably boo.
That's outrageous to me.
I think
what year is it? 2025. We're like 15 years away.
Yeah. 16.
That's
that was
crazy.
09 he left.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of when it was.
Or 08. When did he leave? 09?
I think it was 09. I think you're right there.
Yeah. I mean, it's time. He's not even at Kentucky anymore. Like, he did a lot here and for this program. So, like, I think he deserves 100%. An ovation and cheers, but we'll see. I think it will probably mostly be people clapping. But there's 100% going to be a couple dorks in there that are booing.
For sure.
So,
which is whatever. They just want to be mad for whatever reason. I don't know why, but
I don't have this typed on here, but we talked about it right before we went to break. Do you think one way to get the fans back is by not only bringing back Memphis Madness, but moving it to Beale Street? I don't know what that means or how that's going to work, but Memphis Madness is back and it's on Beale.
I am trying to think of. They can do like a little half court in WC Handy.
Maybe.
I don't know. I really don't know what that
ball in on Beale.
You know what? Maybe I'm making this up. I saw something, I think, the other day about maybe this is more Grizz related.
Oh, it
was about this city revamping basketball courts around the city. No chance I'm about to find this, but
oh yeah, they're not. Yeah.
I think it's like
they are.
What?
Coach Hardaway and Alex Simmons are playing a game of pig, but they're spelling tiger. That'll be interesting.
Will it actually be interesting?
Yeah, how is that going to work inside Handy Park? It sounds like it's just going to be like a big, you know how football does that fan fest thing? What?
Yeah.
That's what it
No, they're not actually going to have a half court set up in Handy Park, dude. I was joking. That's
I
just the
know,
only
but
thing I could realistically,
playing-
can you put a freaking half court?
That's where it is, and they're playing pig.
Oh, really?
I mean, there's going to be a goal up somehow.
I didn't know it was going to be on Handy Park. I
No,
knew the ballin' on Beal thing.
No, you were right. Yeah, I'm reading it.
Well, Handy Park is the only place that makes sense. But I was talking about the Dream Court series, which is initiated by the Grizzlies, where they're going through renovating. It's the
Ooh.
Grizz and FedEx. They're renovating basketball courts throughout
That's
the
where they
city.
could have had it. You know, Penny was there for the opening of those courts on Riverside or whatever.
Yeah, like the
They
Fourth
coulda had-
Bluff or a different court.
Huh?
Are you talking about the one at Riverside, like at the park? Like
Yeah,
where they-
yeah.
yeah.
They could have had it there. That'd have been cool. I don't know. We'll see.
Who do you think wins, Penny or Alex?
I've never seen Alex shoot a basketball. I'm assuming
Does she
could
have
shoot
to use?
probably-
Does she get to use a women's ball or does she have to use a men's ball?
That I don't know the rules, but I have seen Penny shoot just around, and he does not miss.
I imagine he's lights out. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to say that Penny probably wins.
So weird, Can. Sorry, I'm just.
All right, let's get into this week 7 Thunder pick. I can't believe we're in week 7 already. This is outrageous. We both won last week. I took Miami minus 4.5, easy. You had Boise or Notre Dame minus 20.5.
I sure did.
Won by a half point
20.
there. We are both sitting at 50. No, 4-3. I need to change yours, Timothy. You're not 50-50 TJ. We're going ride TJ.
Let's do it.
We're officially on the ride. Give me your week 7 pick. Have you looked at the board?
I have.
We got some real interesting American Conference matchups this week, by the way.
What, the USF game?
Well, and Thursday, we got East Carolina at Tulane. I think you're going to learn a lot about that game.
Sure.
Or from that game. I think we're going to find out if East Carolina is the real deal or if Tulane's fraudulent or not.
I'm looking up the Georgia at Auburn to see what FanDuel has it at. I am interested in that. I think it's 3.5. FanDuel does have it at 3.5. I will say I'm a little torn here because I want to take Georgia to cover the 3.5 because I think they're better in the trenches, both offensively and defensively. But I kind of want to take the over to play it safe because I think Auburn could win because it is at Auburn, which you've been there. You know how wild that place can be.
Weird things happen to Jordan here.
I'm going to trust my gut and say Georgia covers the minus 3.5 against Auburn. I know that doesn't sound. It sounds crazy to think it should be.
I thought you were going the other way, to be honest.
I toggle back and forth. Don't worry, but I'm sticking with Georgia minus 3.5.
Okay, my initial look here was Oklahoma, Texas, because it seems outrageous to me that Texas is favored in the
Red River rivalry.
In the Cotton Bowl, Red River rivalry there. However, caveat, I don't know if Mateer is playing or not. There are speculations that he will be playing. If he is playing, money line Oklahoma all day. They're almost even money. I think it's minus 104 on FanDuel currently. If not that, if Mateer's not playing, don't go with that because I don't even know who their backup is if he's any good. The game that I like, though, I haven't even watched a whole lot of them. I just know that they knocked off UTSA this week. And Navy is favored by 8.5 at Temple. Navy struggled with Air Force, who's like 1-4. I don't know that Temple's gonna pull off the upset, but I don't think Navy wins by more than a touchdown. So take Temple to cover the 8.5. If Mateer's not playing, and you don't take Oklahoma money line.
Whoa. You don't know
What?
who Oklahoma's backup quarterback is?
No.
Friend of the program, Michael Hawkins. You kidding me?
Really? Wow, shout out. I didn't know he had
Not the same
eligibility
guy,
left.
but obviously not the same
Impressive
guy.
there. All right, let's get in this quiet, man, and get quiet. It is 10:15 p.m.
It's gonna be quiet, man, this weekend because we have a bye.
That's why we did this one. It's a bye week. It's gonna be real quiet around these parts. Enjoy it though.
Obviously-
We're 6-0, the only 6-0 team in the country. Nation's longest win streak. Life couldn't be better. You get to just sit around. You get to enjoy college football and not worry about a Memphis game. Not that you should be worrying anyway, because we've been just waxing ass.
Don't love that they just threw a label on a sun bum cam.
Yeah,
But
we've talked
here we
about this
are.
before. It feels wrong to be against that because they are recycling cans, but we've talked about it before. Just print the label a little bit bigger so that it's not so. It just looks second class.
Well, like
It looks amateur hour. It looks, and I didn't even mention this. We need to
scrape
start
it off at the bottom.
We need to start the Match the Stripes campaign.
Please.
So if you're from the equipment staff, please, moving forward, if we're wearing helmet stripes and stripes on the jerseys, can we ensure that they match?
Every jersey has
looks
stripes on it.
I know. So if we're having stripes on the helmet, they need to match stripes on the jerseys. It wasn't as glaringly obvious this week because the gray and the white they're close enough together that it's not. But we've done it before where it's been like black stripes on the jerseys and then white stripes on the helmet. And I just match the stripes always. If that means that we need to get blue uniforms with gray stripes on it, by all means, let's get new uniforms. But can we match the stripes, please, fellas? All right. Speaking of amateur hours, we've talked about it before. Shout out to you for recycling and reusing cans. But just give me, why? Make the label touch. Make the label cover up here. Just it's not a lot. Just a little bit bigger of a label, and we'd be fine. I do like
not a lot, baby girl, just a little bit.
I do like the Quiet Man label, though. It's good. If this was just a can in itself, this would be a very, very high score.
Yeah, this is just a guy who's out here just squeezing the nipples of goats, collecting milk.
I mean, he's not actively squeezing anything.
Well, he just finished. I know he's got the buckets and there's the goats all around him. He already finished. That's what all that white is. It's all the milk splashing around. Right?
That is graphic. I think you're right. He
Just
is
made that up.
sleek.
I can only assume that's what's going on there. I mean, he's got the high boots on. There's some cats involved.
He is slinging milk for sure. I like the color scheme here. It feels like Ireland, like you're there. I mean, that is an Ireland scene. I've got to deduct a couple of decimal points for the sticker on a Sunbump can.
Yeah.
But it's good otherwise. I'd love to see this in its own can, what it looked like.
Its own habitat.
All natural. But I'm going to go. I mean, I like it. It's like a 7-1. For me.
7-1. Wow. That's pretty high. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Google Quiet Man Wiseacre. We get a second-rate logo. Is that why?
Is this not the real can?
I mean,
am I going to images?
Yeah, go to images. I mean, you see what I see, right? There is the can there is this, right? We have this on a whole can, but
yeah,
they have other versions too. Wait a minute, maybe that's
we have the nitro. The other one you're seeing is non-nitro.
It's just the OG.
Yeah.
Well, no, this nitro is yellow. The one I'm looking at is quite literally yellow.
Yeah, it's green and yellow. I see what you're saying. There is definitely a lot more yellow in that one.
No, I mean, this thing looks like a Sprite can.
What? Share it.
Well, I mean,
this one kind of looks like a Sprite can.
No, what? Yeah, make me freaking.
I mean, Sprite cans are green, not yellow. What are you talking about?
Look like a Dumbo over here. It's just so tough.
I mean, I see the orangish one.
All right, give it a second. I'm pushing it. Is it coming through? Who knows? You got it.
Yeah, that's the
Yes.
same can. There's just a hint of more.
What do you mean a hint more? Look at mine. Mine is green on green. That is yellow on yellow.
Well, they just updated it a little bit.
Well,
It's still
I'm
the
just
same
saying.
logo.
Is it?
Yeah. I don't think there's quite as much milk splatter on that one, though.
Yeah, deducting points for that. Anyway, there's a difference out there. There's OG and the Nitro. Your call. You know what I mean? You said a 7. What was your final on that? 7-1?
7-1. I think there's a lot of artistic abilities that have gone into that. They drew a donkey and the dog sitting on it, and you got a duck goose back here with the barn in the back. You got the kitties, milk splatter, Irishman with 3 pails, making one trip carrying that back. You got the goat, you got the sheep. It's good.
Yes. Like I
Somebody put
gave
some
it a
time into this.
6.3 because this guy looks like he's a quiet man. It looks like he just wants to sit around and milk the
But
nipples
why is
of
that?
different goats. Like that's just what it looks like he wants to do. He doesn't want to talk to
It's his-
people. He just wants to milk a goat. And
it's
that is a
his
quiet
job.
man. That's what he would do. I know. Look, he's got a farm back there. You didn't even point out the farm. He's got birds, dogs, cats. Got beans, greens, tomatoes, potatoes.
This may be a dumb question. What does the nitro mean?
It just has nitrogen in the can.
What does that do?
Make it more bubbly, but like in a different way.
Hmm.
Look, I'm not a Google machine. Okay.
I liked it.
I like nitro beers. So instead of adding CO2, they add nitrogen. It says it makes it a creamier, smooth texture, which is the same thing with cold brew. So I guess I should have known that.
Yeah.
Changes
I do
both the mouthfeel and appearance of the beer.
I do agree with that. I mean, as dark as it was very smooth and creamy. A lot
Especially
of cream
when that bad boy first. You got cream on your face right now, small guy.
It's coming out.
I'm gonna take 6.3 just because he looks like a quiet man. The color scheme, I think they could do a little bit better with, and I deducted points for reusing the sun bump cam.
No,
what do you think about the beer, though?
Feels gross to deduct points for recycling. I don't think I got all the
Irish style stout.
I don't think I got all the dust out of here because my allergies are kicking in.
Yeah.
I thought this was good. It definitely was smooth. I feel like I say this a lot, but it took me some time to find a glass, and in that time the beer got progressively warmer.
It did get a little toasty waiting on you, I won't lie.
Ice cold, I would have scored this higher, but I'm going to give it like a 6-7. It was good. Ice cold in a cold mug, poured immediately as the can says to do. I opened it. I did not pour it properly. I'm probably in the 7s, maybe mid 7s.
Wow.
But for tonight's situation, it's only a 6-7 for me.
Wow. 6-7. I actually don't even get that reference. I just see it everywhere. From what I know of a dry Irish stout, that's what Guinness is supposed to be. That's what Guinness is. This doesn't taste like Guinness. I guess I get the idea that it's an Irish stout, but it was like someone maybe in the next room whispered coffee or like coffee. And I got like a hint of it, maybe just because you told me it was supposed to, but I didn't really get any of that. And it definitely doesn't taste like Guinness. It looked like Guinness when you poured it.
It did look like it. It had the look.
You said 7.3?
No, I said 6-7.
Oh, 6-7. That's right. Because I made the joke on 6-7. It's a little high for me. I maybe get like a 6.2. Like I didn't hate it by any means. Maybe I was expecting Guinness and I didn't get Guinness, and then Trey basically made me microwave my beer
That's true.
so he can get a
I
good
did.
glass, an asbestos glass.
Yep, I'll take blame for sure. I would.
I need to drink another one to give it some rebuttal, but 6.2 for me right now. Didn't love it, didn't hate it.
It also feels like with a nitrogen beer like this, a nitro, like it needs to be off tap. I know we say that a lot too about having a beer on tap, but
Pretty
this
much
is a
everything's
real
on
life
tap.
scenario. Like you don't want to be pouring it out of a can. So
Sure.
All right, that wraps up episode 145. We got a bye week. Enjoy it. We will be back next week. Battle of the Bones is here. We are going to wax UAB's ass, and then we are going to host College Game Day. So come back next week. Bring a cold beer, stay with hot takes. We out.
If you enjoyed this episode of Tigers Untapped, leave a rating and a review wherever you download your podcasts. Like and subscribe at Bluff City Media's YouTube page.